Alright, we're going to try out one of these MREs from Meal Kit Supply. One thing I did want to mention first was that somebody had asked me if I knew when these meals were packaged. In the first video I had mentioned that the date code on the box was 3018, meaning that it was packaged on the 18th day of 2013. But I didn't mention that the bags themselves are actually marked. And interestingly enough, even though this is one company that's putting these together, they actually have two different ways of marking them. A lot of them have the stamped code on the bag, 3017, meaning that this was packaged one day before the case was filled. But in some of them they don't have the stamped number, but they do have one of these printed ones. These are a little bit tougher to read. This one looks like it says 3016, but some of them are really pretty tough to read. I couldn't even guess as to what that one says. 30 something. But as it turns out, these were all packaged within a couple days of the 3018. Now as far as what's inside, that could be a different story. So when we open this first one, we'll find out. One other thing that I didn't mention in the unboxing video was that the Meal Kit Supply MRE case comes with 4 vegetarian meals. The number 6 and number 12 apple maple oatmeal, along with the number 3 vegetarian ratatouille and the number 8 vegetable lasagna. Now with 12 meals I wasn't really sure which one to pick for the first one. Had a couple thoughts. Figured we could start with number 1 and go 1 through 12, which would be the spaghetti with beef and sauce. Another thought was to do one of the ones that there's duplicates of, because there's 2 pork sausage patties and 2 apple maple oatmeals. I decided to go with the apple maple oatmeal for 2 reasons. First, I'm not a big oatmeal fan, and I'm thinking this might not be my favorite thing, so I figured it'd be worth eating that one first and getting it out of the case. And second, since there are 2 of them, if I really do like it, I have another one left. Let's take a look inside the apple maple oatmeal. As I mentioned, they do list all the components right on the bag, but I think it's still worth taking a look anyway. Like the real MREs and a lot of the commercial ones, this has a peelable seal. And you can feel the difference in the bag. As much as these look like genuine MREs, the bag itself, you probably can't really tell in the video, but it's a little bit, it's quite a bit thinner actually. Wheat snack bread, and this was packaged, okay, this is a little bit earlier, the 311th day of 2012. Blackberry Jam, 2326. Orange carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder, which contains no fruit juice, 2362. And we have the maple muffin top. Never had one of these before. Cocoa beverage powder in the zip top bag that you can mix it right in. Frosted brown sugar toaster pastry, the 10th day of 2013. That didn't take very long to get into the package. And the apple maple oatmeal. I thought this was an interesting one to try out because I've never seen a real MRE that had oatmeal, but this certainly looks like one of the standard packages. It even has the force multiplier information on the back. And then the 2 things that are a little different from standard MREs, the accessory pack, which has the brown military MRE spoon inside of it. Usually those come separate in regular MREs. Let's see what else we have in there. We have just 1 brown napkin. Replaces the toilet paper. Comes in the MREs. 2 packs of sugar. I'm sorry, 4 packs of sugar. In case you have a sweet tooth. Salt and pepper. Deep Rich instant coffee. Coffee Mate creamer. And a fresh nap or moist towelette. There's actually something that was leaking in here. It looks like it might have been the sugar. I'm not sure. It's the creamer. Creamer is open. Luckily I don't drink coffee because I don't think I'd be using that. It's unfortunate. So the accessory pack has very similar stuff to what you'd find in a genuine MRE. The only thing that's missing is the matches, toilet paper, which is replaced by the napkin, and the chewing gum. And the final item in here is the ration heater. I've never used it before. I'm kind of looking forward to this. You can see the light, you can see the heating elements inside, and you can see how it differs from the regular MRE flameless ration heater. It's a little bit bigger. And from what I've seen, it's used a little bit different too. Instead of putting your meal inside of it, you actually wrap the heater around the food. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. So you certainly get a pretty good amount of food with these MREs. The apple maple oatmeal, the maple muffin top, toasted pastry, wheat snack bread with blackberry jam, 2 beverage mixes, orange beverage powder and cocoa beverage powder. Of course you also have the coffee too, so it's 3 drinks altogether. You open up the ration heater, add water to the fill line, small amount of water. You lay the heater back down and put the food pouch on top of it. Fold the top of the bag over and slip it under the pouch. You add a weight to it and 10 minutes of heating. Let's try this out. Fold the bag over, back under. Now I can hear it cooking. And it's starting to heat up. I'll add another MRE on top for a weight. I'll give that 10 minutes. Well, it actually, alright, now it's really hot. And it threw my weight off. Check out the rest of this, what we have in here. Wheat snack bread. The oxygen absorber. Some blackberry jam to go on that. Smells good. Maple muffin top. Wow, it smells like breakfast. There's a very strong maple flavor. It smells like syrup, actually. Frosted brown sugar toaster pastry. Yeah, I've heard of these. Everyone always says that these are basically like a poor man's version of Pop-Tarts. But, no, they actually do include real Pop-Tarts. Kellogg's Pop-Tart. It's like the vacuum sealed and got pretty smushed down. Actually, it's open too. That's weird. I don't know if that was when it was vacuum sealed or what, but the package itself is already open. I'm not concerned because the bag was sealed. meal didn't come with a hot beverage bag, but just to make it easier to mix it, I'm going to go ahead and use one that I already have on hand. It takes 12 ounces of water. I've never really been sure if it's better to add the powder first or the water. But I generally add the powder to the water. And then it takes 6 ounces of water, or a quarter of a canteen cup, for that cocoa beverage powder. Or you can just fill to the line. Either way. Cocoa beverage powder has been a staple of MRE since way back in the early 80s when they first came out. I guess they got it right the first time and didn't mess with it. Alright, let's see how the apple maple oatmeal is. Let's get some good heat to it. It's still really hot. Ow. Mix it around a little bit. The ends definitely aren't as hot as the middle. And it's nice, it comes out dry, unlike when you pull a pouch out of a flameless ration heater in a regular MRE. They're usually all steamed up. You have to use these a little more often. This side is steaming hot. This side is actually pretty cool. Oh well. Alright, so these pouches, they have the tear line at the top, the notch. This is the apple maple oatmeal. It smells good. As I said, I'm not a big oatmeal fan, so I'm not exactly sure how to judge oatmeal, but I'll see what I think. See the apple in there, little bits of apple. I mean, it looks like oatmeal. There's not much to really say about that. It's good. If it had been plain oatmeal, I'd probably be kind of disappointed, but I gotta say that actually tastes pretty good. Try the wheat snack bread with the Blackberry Jam. It's really good too. Helps that these are fresh. A lot of the MREs I've been eating are anywhere from 3 to 5 years old. Try the maple muffin top. That's really good. Very sweet. If you're looking for something sweet, it's really good. Pretty moist. Not unlike the pound cakes they have in a lot of MREs. And the toasted pastry or Pop-Tart. Other than being really, really thin, I imagine it's going to taste like a Pop-Tart. And it does. Nothing wrong with that. And the orange beverage. Kool-Aid, Gatorade type thing. Good for a breakfast option. And hot cocoa, which I didn't heat up. It's just cocoa. That's always good. So that was the meal kit supply, menu number 6. Apple maple oatmeal.